And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the series finale of DC Stargirl Season 3 Episode 13. And in the immortal worlds of professional wrestling, when you have a multi-elimination match and you have to count for 1, 2, 3, and that person or persons have been eliminated, well, now you can count Stargirl being officially eliminated from the DC Arrowverse. Arrowverse is now officially down to 2 competitors. Basically, Superman and Lois, which, let's face the facts, that show is going to end after this season. I'm sorry, I just have that weird feeling. I have no source information. I don't know anything. I just got a bad feeling that show is kaput after season 3. Flash, we all know that's over with after this upcoming season, which comes back, I think, in February, March, or whatever. So, yeah, you might as well kiss those 2 shows goodbye, because then the Arrowverse is going to be gone as fast as you can say Crisis on Infinite Earth, because that's exactly what's happening. Now, Stargirl has now entered the chopping blocks. So, let's talk about this final episode and spoilers for this entire season. And you've been warned. So, we all know from last week's episode that the big reveal happened where we found Sylvester Pemberton, aka Starman, wasn't really Starman. He was really the Ultra Humanite. He used a brain swap operation to swap his brain out of Sylvester Pemberton's brain out of his body. They swap bodies, and they swap brains into different bodies. So yeah, Professor Pemberton's brain ended up in a jar somewhere. Dragon King was alive. He took his body, put in Ultra Humanite's body, and then Ultra Humanite put his brain inside of Sylvester Pemberton's body. Was using the team for his own personal gain, teaming up with Icicle just so he can get the power staff, or the cosmic staff, sorry, and try to do world domination. So we finally get to see the big showdown of this episode, where we got to see Courtney and the team throw down with Icicle, Starman, Icicle Jr., and, Icicle grandparents, if you want to call it that. So, yeah, so they all fought in a junkyard. While that's happening, you had Sydney, Courtney's brother, and Jakeem. They all had to deal with Ultra Humanite, who was really the Dragon King in disguise. So we had to deal with that as well. And, yeah, we pretty much got that. And, of course, the ending was basically them defeating Icicle and his band of merry evil men and women. And basically the Ultra Humanite's brain is now dead. And Sylvester's body is just now in a state of life support. Now, it literally jumps ahead 10 years later into the future, where the Justice Society are all grown up. They have their own museum, just like everybody else. And you have the Shade giving up tours to, I guess, civilians and showing gift shops and all that, and showing the history of every member of the Justice Society, including Courtney Whitmore and her team. Of course, Cindy, she ends up being the Dragon Queen. She ends up being a part of the team. Jakeem, his pen, the brother, I believe he becomes somebody. I just didn't quite get who he plays. We don't really get to see it, obviously. We found out that our man, or our woman, gets remarried, so that's something. I guess we get to see that. And of course, the big ending was the fact that Jay Garrett returns out of nowhere. Apparently, they were teasing the Flash in this show since the beginning, and we never got him. He ended up opening a portal and just zip-zapping into their reality. Now, I'm not too sure if this is the Jay Garrett from their Earth, or Jay Garrett that's actually the Flash from the Flash show. So, I'm not sure. It's the same actor. But I'm not sure he's playing the Flash's version of Jay Garrett, or Stargirl's Earth's Jay Garrett. So many different Jay Garretts throughout the multiverse, so I'm not sure exactly which version he says. There's trouble. They needed the assistance of the team, and they got a new mission. What that mission was We'll never know, and whenever we'll find out. All right, so let's talk about this overall as a show. I really did thought this show was a lot of fun. I really thought this show can go at least one more season. For me personally, seasons 1 and 2 are the strongest seasons. I felt like season 3, even though we had no idea even when it first premiered that they were gonna chop this show into pieces and say goodbye to it. And nobody knew about it, maybe except the people who actually worked on the show. I'm not really sure, but anyway, none of us fans knew about the show being canceled. So I kind of felt that this show was kind of rushed because there was some stuff in here that they were teasing, and it looked like they could be future villains for maybe season 4, and we never really got it. What I'm talking about is the guy with the purple skull. He became useless, so I don't know. They teased him in the last season. I thought he was going to be the big bad for this season, and we never got that, unfortunately. Courtney's brother, I didn't really like him in this season as well. Yeah, I like Jakeem. I thought his character was cool. I just wish we would have got more from him, because he should have been with the team. He had the pen with the genie guy. He had the pen. He had the power to use it to help out the team, and he didn't really do that much. He was, he was helping, but he wasn't really like helping. He wasn't there when they had the big battles, and where he was just doing his side projects with his friend, being, kids. So it's like, okay, and crushing on Cindy. It's like, okay, that's cute. You have a crush on her, but do something with the team. I know you're helping her, and I that's cool and all, but you couldn't contribute to more. While the brother, he was completely useless in my opinion. But yeah, the whole Courtney thing in this season, I didn't like either. I liked her in the first 2 seasons because she didn't act like a girly girl. And nothing wrong with that. It's just that, she didn't act like a leader anymore. She kind of just like, oh, wow, Sylvester's back. Well, here you go. Here's the staff. Have fun. Be Starman. Be the leader. It's like if Supergirl was in charge of a team and Superman comes back. Oh, here's your cape back. Yeah, I'm going to go be Kara now. I'm just going to hang out with boys and just do my own thing. You got it from here now, Superman. But she's Supergirl. She should be doing things. Just like Stargirl should be Stargirl with the staff. She should be holding that staff and be like, yeah, teach me some stuff, but don't give it back to the guy who's supposedly been dead for so many years. And then just be like, yeah, I'm going to go hang out with boys now. I felt like her character was just, they really dropped the ball with her character in this season. And that's just my opinion, but, oh, well, what can you do? I mean, I like the actress who played her, but it was just like, they gave up on her characters, like, so quickly. It was just very weird. I felt like she was more smarter in the first 2 seasons, and then by the 3rd season, she started getting kind of like, I don't want to say dumb because it's like a very negative word. I felt like her character kind of felt like she was just blinded. Yeah, I'll go with that. She was a lot blinded than she was in the first 2 seasons because, boys started liking her, so she's like, oh man, I should just hang out with boys now, stop being the superhero anymore. I was like, really? So there's that. Yeah, other than that, I really do feel like they really rushed this season, They didn't really flush it out as much as they should have. Now, granted, like I said, we don't know if they knew ahead of time when they were going to make this season, this was going to be the last season, or they just kind of find out midway, and they kind of had to rush some things. So I'm not going to fault it on that overall, but what can you do? Overall, I still enjoyed this show. I mean, like I said before, I liked seasons 1 and 2 a lot more than season 3, but I still enjoy the show, and I kind of wish it would have continued. Kind of leaves off at a cliffhanger. There were so many characters they should have gave us. They kind of wasted the Green Lantern character even though they introduced her in season 2 and really didn't get enough of her. We couldn't got her part of the team. That would have been cool. We never got a new Abracadabra character, even though the son died in the first season. We never got to meet the Sandman if he had a kid, or somebody from his relative took over that responsibility. We never got to see the other characters for the Injustice team, because the Injustice team, the Justice Society, they are a big team, so we shouldn't got more characters, but I guess not. So you know, I mean, I like the core team that we got, but I kind of wish we got more members, just so they can expand it more and then eventually fight people, you know, more enemies. But I guess not. Kind of wish we would have got the Shade as a more of a bad guy, because he was just there. He did the bad guy thing, but he wasn't really a bad guy, you know? Because when the bigger bad guy shows up, he just, like, did his own thing, dipped. So, oh, well, what can you do? It was another cool show, but it's over now. No more Stargirl. Hopefully, we get to see Stargirl and the rest of these characters again in the big screen. Obviously, the actors who played them in the show won't return, unfortunately, but hopefully those actors and actresses get to try something different with their careers moving forward. They're still young, so let's see. I really liked it. Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson. I like him better than his brother, although I do like Owen Wilson in Loki, but that's pretty much the only thing I like him in. But he was great, so there's that. I really like that dynamic between him and Courtney. I kind of wish we got more of that. But like I said, it was an okay show. If I had to grade this show, I'll give it a 7 overall for all 3 seasons. Like I said, I really liked it. I kind of wish we would have got more from the 3rd season. I mean, this was like a summer show, you know. This show is supposed to last from the summertime, late August, till like late November, October, and then set up for next season. So that way it doesn't feel like it's a rush show like the others. You know, I do wish we would have got a crossover with them meeting, you know, Barry from The Flash, or Superman for Superman and Lois, or something like that. Would have given something like saying that, yeah, they exist in the Arrowverse, because technically, I kind of feel like this show, even though after Crisis they showed that team on Earth 2, I don't think this show was even in the Arrowverse. I think this show was just its own pocket dimension doing its own thing, kind of show. It's not a bad thing, but still, you know, could have given us some more details about that. But, you know, what can you do? So, I want to thank to the cast and crew for giving a great show. You know, I thought they did all good jobs. So, hopefully we get to see what they can do in the future with other projects for any of those actors. But, yeah, Stargirl was going to be fun. It was going to be missed. I'm going to miss it. I'll watch it again once it comes on the CW free app or something, and rewatch all the seasons again. Maybe I'll just buy them on Blu-ray. You know, all 3 seasons, just like we watch this. I can have all the Arrowverse shows. You know, so we'll see. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this. Did you guys enjoy Stargirl? Not enjoy? Did you guys thought it was already canceled a long time ago? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Stay tuned for more, and thank you very much, and have a good night.